afternoon. Jules here from Joolsedesigns and JT Creations. So this is me starting my summer days journal. Finished the fairy journal. So what we're going to do is we're going to make some ephemera from book pages. So this is just little pockets. This has got vellum on it, printed vellum, and some just scrap bits of, I had some bits that are cut off, you know, the ends of book pages when I was trimming them down. So I just stamped them with some stamps I had lying about just to make some labels. We've got a little circle pocket there. This one's just got some old, I had a 6x6 pad scrapbook paper that I've had for years, and I thought, right, I'm going to get that used. So we'll start, and it's just two different book size. That's one of the books, and that's the other book. I'll give you measurements. So that's just under 5.5 by 8, and this one is just under 7.5 by just over 3.5. So it's 3.5. So it's 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 3.7. But it's 9.5 centimeters by 18.5. That one is 20, just under 20.5 by 13.5. So we'll do the small one. And what I did was I stuck two book pages together. I just used a glue stick and stuck them down. I just did a load. Now, I don't make any measurements. I just look at it and see what I like. I like that. That's 1 3/4, and that's 2 3/4, and to me that looks nice. So we'll do that one. And this one, I think, yeah, I did. I trimmed that one down. So that's what we'll do with that. We'll trim this one down. And it was just these book pages that I stamped. And again, I'm just going by what I like. Now the writing's upside down on that side, but that's fine. Just make sure. And then all I did was I just took some printed vellum that I had. These are too small. They were misprints, as you can see. I think I'd like the bee on there. Alright, I've got a little visit at the moment. My dog's decided to come in and have a look and see what I'm doing. And I don't do it right to the end, as you can see. And I mean, if you want, you can want to be more precise, you can measure it. I don't. And that one will go there with the bee. And what I can do is I can put that one behind it. Because that's going to be a pocket, you don't have to have it right the way down. And I'm going to stitch it, so I'm not that bothered about the glue showing, because I will put like the zigzag stitch behind, and we'll glue this bit on first. Now my glue was getting a bit sticky, so what I did was I went down and made myself a cup of tea and put some hot water in a bowl and just put my glue bottle in the hot water for a wee while, and it seems to have worked. And this paper is part of the Summer Days digital kit. I was printing it out on vellum because I do like to use vellum, and it misprinted, and I don't like wasting anything, so stick some behind the bee. The only thing with sticking vellum down is it tends to curl up when it gets wet. That's why I stitch it. Whoops. I won't stitch it on camera. I will go off and stitch it. And then just a thin, whoops, a straight line. And this book I brought back from Cyprus with me. It was an old German Bible that was dilapidated. It had been eaten by bookworm. I checked. I didn't bring no bookworm home with me. But it was ravished. The spine had all been eaten away and everything. But it's ideal for this. So there we are, we have that one. Okay, so we'll use a bit of vellum as a tab top on this one. And again, I'm just sticking it with and we'll put that one over there, and I just like it to stick up a little bit. And that one's nice. And then we'll use a little bit of, oops, take that off. And that bit off, because we're going to put a little bit of a label on there. We'll ink around that as well. We'll put that over there near the edge of the pocket. And to get that ragged edge, all I used was, I've got an old pair of hairdressing thinning scissors, and I'll show you on here. If you put the comb bit at the top, you get the, can Can you see? You get like the ticket stub look. So that's what I did with that. So we might put that one there. One of my lights is flashing. Trying to work out which one it is. Going for my eyes. Right, so we'll put this, I've got a post office one here, but it's just to make the paper look old. I'm just going to go over it with some I'll put that one on there, and this one can tuck in behind. This was done on older book page, so it's the edges are nice and yellowed, and I'll lift that up a little bit. There we are. So that's that one. And this one we want a little bit of vellum. It's one thing about vellum is you can rip it in a straightish line. And again, we'll put it over the edge a little bit. The edges are all right because they're going to get stitched down. Up there, or do we want it down here? I'll put this one just under. Whoops. Oh, I've ripped it, which is fine. And I'm going to put that one on there, I think. Oop. I'm saying you can rip it in a straight line. And what have I just done? I've not ripped it in a straight line. And we'll just bend that over like that. And then we'll get another one of these and we'll stick it on there. And the same with that one. Do we want transportation written on that one? Yep. And it's the larger hole of the Crocodile I'm using. So I'm putting it through the book page. And this one's going to go through the label as well. I've had this for years, this I think I got it from QVC when Dawn Bibby was demonstrating it, and I've just got used to the settings now. Alright, so there we are, we have them. So now I can't stitch around that, so I'll need to start there and go around there. Might be, well, I could always go up there and just do a little straight stitch along there. Covered it. So I'll just take a little bit off that because I'm going to put that in there. And just about using your old scraps. Don't waste anything. I'm coming to the end of my beloved big hobby world, and I keep going back into B&M's here in the UK, and I don't seem to do it anymore. Alright, so what we're going to do, you can see where it slipped. We're going to do a bit of that and a bit of this one. This is, as I say, it's a 6x6 TJ Morris. It doesn't have a make on it or anything, but it was quite pretty and I bought it and I thought, oh, I quite like that. But then it's got a bit of Alice in Wonderland and a bit of teapots, and I'm not a great Alice in Wonderland fan. When I was little, the Queen of Hearts used to frighten the living daylights out of me when she shouted off with her head. Alright, so we'll put the rose down first. And again, I'm going to stitch around this as well, so I'll not put the grommet in until I've stitched around it. And then we can have a little bit of the vellum. Let it up. There's my card. Use my glue card. Yep. I'm going to stick this on with this. Oh, no, it's not working. Oh, that's how it went earlier on. Right, so we'll just, I should have my messy mat down. And just going to cut the angles. I've got this out, so I'm using it. see if I can get this. That's it. And then we'll go around the edge with pink, because that's what I did around the other one. And it's Festive Berries Oxide. So if you have it in the Distress, I think it's a little bit redder than this, but use my nail. Because I'm not using Fabri-Tac, I'm trying to stay, I've just had my nails done, and every time I get my nails done I use Fabri-Tac, and because it's solvent based it strips your nail varnish off, and I don't want my nail varnish stripped off. Okay, so that's that one. So we want to sew around that one. What I'll do is I'll do a ribbon slot in it, and then I usually just put a little bit of like what I did with that one, a bit of vellum. Right, clear this, because that's going in there, and we want one for this one. And so this is put that one that way. I think I'd like a journal type card in here, so it needs to be a little bit bigger. And again, what we'll do, so this one's going to be a journal card. And again, I'll stitch around this one as well. Now is it going in that way? Yeah. So I think we can, I want the rose bit. Or do I want the Paris? I think it's a bit caddywonked anyway, so I'm going to and that's why it's caddywonked, because I'm not measuring. That looks right. Whoop. So I'll put them there. That can go there. Look, I've made a right mess of that. scissors. 2 seconds, there's someone at the door. Okay, sorry about that. That was my son picking up the dog. He's away to pick up his girls from school, so he's taking the dog with him. That looks a bit better. Okay. And yeah. So we're going to stick. Oh. So we've got and again this is going to get stitched round. And I'm just going to bend this over. You can still write on the back. And I'm going to round the corners on the bottom, I think. So fit in there. Oh, that's nice. I think I'll round the corners on the top as well, although I'm not the greatest of stitchers. Sewing on machines was not my forte. And no, I think there's enough on that. And then once it's got the stitching round, and what I'll do is I'll put like a little grommet in the corner, but I am going to ink it. And I'm just going around the very edges because I don't want to round the very edges this side as well. I quite like that. That's pretty. Yeah, quite like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go away, I'm going to stitch these, and I will come back and we'll put the grommets in and everything. So I'll see you in a bit. Okay, so that's me back. So that's it done. I had to change. I ran out of cotton on the spool inside the machine, so I had to rerun it again and rethread it. So I'm going to put a grommet in here. And get a, I think we'll put a gold one in, or a copper one. No, in fact I'm going to put a vintage one in. And I'm just going to turn that over and do that again because it just feels a little bit rough. That's better. Okay, so this one I've found some tulle, and that's what I'm going to thread through here. and I am going to stick it, and I've left the pin out of my glue, but it's still working. And we'll just cut that and just hold that. Yeah, we've got a little gold staple in there. So we've got room to write on the back. And this one, again, I'm going to thread some tulle in, I think, or maybe... Right, I got some of this that I got in Happy Mail. It was a swap and I quite like this. So what I'll do is it's like licorice also, so that's what it reminds me of. Put it in this one first. Where's my little pokey tool? Now I've said licorice all sorts, I could just eat a packet of licorice all sorts. There we are. So that's that one. And I think we'll just do the pink one. And this one. I have to keep watching the time because my son's going to pick the girls up. He's walked, it's about 45-minute walk for him, but I said I would go and pick him up, but the girls don't come out till 3:15, so he'll still be walking there. Because I usually have my phone switched off. Well, not switched off, but I have the ringer turned off. And there we are. So we've got some. So I'm quite pleased with them. You can put it that way if you want, or that way. So just quite easy, made out of misprints, scraps of paper that you've got left over from old scrap pads, digitals, old book pages, and they make nice little pockets. And you can either stick them in your journal, you can make another pocket, you can either glue it that way and you've got a pocket behind, or you can glue it that way and have a side tuck. So I think probably what I might do is I might do a side tuck with the smaller ones and a top tuck with the two larger ones. So I hope you get something out of that. I've enjoyed doing it, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.